Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome. We're here for our weekly board session. It's Wednesday, May 6th, 2026. It is a little after 9:10, and we are in the Center Hearing Room, 555 Court Street Northeast in Salem. As always, we start with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if you please join me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. We have one person signed up for public comment.
Could I do the motion first?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Mr. Chair, I move to remove item number 8 under the Health and Human Services from the agenda, an interdepartmental agreement with Marion County District Attorney's Office to manage mental health cases, including but not limited to aid and assist cases for jail diversion programs.
I'll second the motion. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
Just for the record, we just need to modify some language in the contract, and then we'll move it forward.
All right. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion passes. Okay, now Eric, come on down and introduce yourself for the record. I think we usually use this side one over here.
Sure.
Yeah. And then tell us what's on your mind.
All right, is that on?
Yeah.
Other way, push it, now
There you
we're ready
go.
to
Now you're in
go.
business.
Okay, good morning. My name is Eric Vey. I'm a resident of Silverton, or just outside Silverton at 264 Monson Road. And I represent my parents, Jim and Jolene Vey. They live in Boise, Idaho, and have purchased a piece of property at 279 Monson. I emailed the commissioners. By the way, thank you very much for your time and attention this morning. I emailed you regarding a situation where Silverton is working with us in order to help us be able to essentially take advantage of my parents being right across the street from my family so that we can take care of them. The issue is before you with the city of Silverton. I actually just came from speaking with John Speckman there with the county, and he says he's doing his best to help us kind of move things forward, for which I just want to say thank you. My biggest reason for being here is just so that you could see me and I could see you and just know the people that I'm working together with. Yeah, he said he's doing his best to kind of help set a reasonable timeline for our family. We do have a manufactured home that is currently in production and scheduled to be coming off the production line soon. And if things don't line up where we can begin to pull permits, I'm going to start paying a storage fee for that unit. And unfortunately, all of this has kind of come about just simply because an email notification wasn't sent to you in a timely manner from the city of Silverton. Simply a logistics thing. The decision that you do have before you, and I did forward you the decision that was made in December, and we're now in May. And so just begging humbly that we could do everything possible to move this forward within, the legal process. That is why I came to just make a statement. So.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you for your help. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Thank you. Do you want me to turn that off?
No.
No.
Thank you much.
Okay, now we're going to go into a series of proclamations. First up, we're going to consider a proclamation designating the month of May 2026 as Mental Health Awareness Month in Marion County. And there's a lot of you, so come on down. And Commissioner Bethel got me this really neat pin here.
Via them.
It says Mental
Via
Health
Rich.
Matters. So thank you. Thank you for bringing that for us.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Kelly Martin. I'm with Marion County Health and Human Services, and I coordinate our mental health promotion suicide prevention program.
Good morning. My name is Laura Sprouse. I'm the Zero Suicide Program Coordinator for Marion County Health and Human Services, and I work alongside Kelly and the Mid-Valley Suicide Prevention Coalition to coordinate a lot of our internal suicide prevention efforts.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Valerie Gear. I'm the Community Outreach Chaplain at the Family YMCA of Marion and Polk Counties, and among many things, that includes community-based mental health programming.
So we're here this morning to bring a proclamation to you about May as Mental Health Awareness Month. We do have a brief presentation to just kind of cover some of the things that we have been doing recently and some things that we're looking forward to in the coming year.
So just quickly, a little bit of a year in review. A couple pictures here from last year's mental health proclamation, where we were here with the Sources of Strength students from Claggett Creek Middle School, and they were able to speak around mental health, and then were able to go out and do the Chalk the Walk with some positive messages, and do some Facebook Live with Commissioner Bethel. We also have been doing a lot of tabling events, doing things out in the community. The picture up there in the corner is of us at the Out of Darkness Walk, which is from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. One of my favorite things I think has been is on that bottom picture. We've been doing some outreach to local sports facilities. As a parent, where am I? I'm at the pickup line in school, and I'm at sports events. And so we're like, how can we reach parents and talk to them about getting this important information out? So we've worked with so far 7 different sports facilities, including all of the colleges. The picture here is at the Willamette football field. They also have it at their soccer field. And then as in addition to that, the Capital Football Club Soccer, YMCA, several locations, and the Boys and Girls Club in Kaiser Rapids Park. So I think it's a really fun way to get that information out. This past year, we've been really working around social connection. In 2023, the Surgeon General came out with a report sharing that loneliness is becoming an epidemic in America, where nearly half of Americans are feeling lonely. And the most impacted ages are those, the 18 to 24, those young adults, and then our older adults at over 65. And I had heard of loneliness a little bit when I heard about this, but when I really dove into the research, it was really shocking how much loneliness, chronic loneliness, can have, not only on our mental health, but also our physical health. So we really want to promote that social connection piece of things. So when we are socially connected, our resilience is boosted, we have improved productivity, and we have some really important health outcomes too. So our physical health, we have increased longevity, decreased of chronic diseases such as diabetes, stroke, and dementia. So we've been working with the Mid-Valley Suicide Prevention Coalition as part of our Community Health Improvement Plan to create some workshops. I think when I talk to people about this, they don't realize how important social connection is. So we're starting out with really increasing the awareness of why that is important. So we have some community partners that have come together to create some workshops where we're going to be focusing on some specific age groups. So we'll have one that's for youth, one that's for older adults, and then one that's more for a general audience. And our purpose is that these will be interactive, that we can have this available for our community partners to use to really help get that word out there that it is important to be socially connected. And so I do want to take a minute. Oh, sorry. Can I introduce you real quick? Just real quick, I want to take a moment and introduce Valerie. We are so grateful for her. She is just a powerful entity within our community. She is part of our coalition as part of the steering committee, and you probably saw her on there too, is helping with our social connection workshop. She also volunteers her time to help teach suicide prevention training in our community. So, and that's all in addition to all the work that she's going to share too. So we're very grateful for her to be here.
Thank you. I'm going to just real quick highlight a couple of very specific programs that we have at the YMCA so that we can sort of raise our awareness of opportunities that are available. And all of the programs that I lead at the YMCA are available for free to members and non-members alike. I should say one of these had a fee associated with it, but in general they're free. So as you can see enumerated on the screen there, I lead a support group for grandparents who are raising their grandkids. We have a NAMI family support group that I facilitate. We call it We Are Not Alone. And for those who don't know, NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So for people who love and support someone who has a mental illness. And in those 2 groups alone, almost everyone is age 65 and older. So that's demographic that is experiencing disconnection and facing difficult things in their life. So these are life-giving groups. And of course, we have programs this month for mental health awareness. And I would like to personally invite you to the YMCA, everyone who can hear my voice, on Saturday, this Saturday, from 1 to 3 p.m. Over 20 Salem Kaiser High School students have prepared posters on a mental health topic of their choice. They'll be on the 3rd floor in the YMCA, educating the public and their peers about a mental health topic to reduce stigma and get the awareness out. I really want to show these teens that we support them and are grateful for their work. I also do social connection at the YMCA. That could be trivia nights, member mixers, family dinners, and games to help provide sort of a community third space for facilitating belonging. And then I occasionally offer like sort of art meets wellness. So that might be poetry, it might be collage, to help bolster mental health and just kind of promote vulnerable sharing among people. We also offer field trips for seniors and actually quite a variety of other programs at the Y. I'll end by saying we are in the process. We received some grant funding to train 29 of our youth serving staff in youth mental health first aid, of which I'm a certified trainer, QPR, which is suicide prevention training, trauma-informed care, and social emotional learning, to better equip our frontline staff so that when they're interfacing with kids and teens, that they can know what to look for and how to engage conversations and resources.
Awesome. And the QR code that's on the screen there is a link to the YMCA's calendar page, I think, to get more information about the programs that Valerie just described. So for the month of May, we have a few different things that we are doing. One is we are continuing with our Signs of Hope campaign. This is something that started in 2022, and we've done a lot of outreach to various members of the community all over the county. This includes our coalition members, like Valerie. You might see some Signs of Hope down at the Y that are out there now. Different schools around the area, community groups, and businesses. This year we have about 70 partners displaying signs, and we've really expanded our partnerships to more of those like community groups serving different neighborhoods or areas of our community, such as Kaiser United and South Salem Connect. And I know that Kelly wanted to speak about Kaiser United specifically.
Okay. Yeah, so just a way that the Signs of Hope have expanded a little bit. Kaiser United is very passionate about mental health, and this year, the buttons that you mentioned, they actually created and purchased 800 of these buttons. They gave some to all the schools in Kaiser to give out, but then also the group is taking these out in the community, and they're just handing them out to people. If they see somebody that's maybe struggling, they want to give these messages of hope out to everybody in Kaiser. So I thought that was a really fun way to be able to expand those positive messages.
We also are encouraging everyone to be seen in green, to participate in wearing green on Mental Health Action Day, which is May 14th, to just raise awareness about mental health issues, break down stigma. As you can see there, we had a few groups that participated last year, including our partners at Northwest Human Services and at the Santiam Service Integration Team. This is the 3rd year that we've been doing this, and we're actually reaching out to all of the county employees, not just Health and Human Services, all county employees to participate with us. Internally for the health department, we are doing a connection challenge throughout the month of May, really encouraging folks to intentionally connect with their coworkers, with other people in their family and friend circles, just to, again, highlight the importance of being socially connected. Along with that, there are some weekly mental health tips that are going out in email to all health department staff, and those also tie into a lot of the social connection theme as well. We will be observing Be Seen in Green as well, and we are hosting a few more of our QPR Question, Persuade, Refer suicide prevention trainings. We tend to schedule a few more than we normally do in May. A recent thing that we have been working on, that I've really been working on, is implementing the Columbia Suicide Severity Rating Scale in our electronic health record to better screen and assess individuals that we serve for risk of suicide. It gives a really standardized process for all of our behavioral health providers to be able to provide that assessment, and just gives them some better clarity about what direction they can take if someone does screen as being at risk for suicide. So we're excited to continue that implementation and hopefully have some success stories to share with you in a few months after we've been implementing that for a little while. Probably our biggest project for this month is in partnership with the Mid-Valley Suicide Prevention Coalition. We are promoting 988 to local businesses, particularly restaurants, bars, and other places where people kind of have like some community social activity time. We have done outreach to over 150 businesses with 988 materials. We're still doing that outreach as well. And we're providing materials about 988, some information to kind of share that it's not only for folks that are experiencing suicide or an emotional crisis, but also for just those that are having a tough day and need someone to talk to. Maybe they've had a fight with a loved one. Maybe it's a youth who has experienced bullying at school. These are all things that we want people to know that they can use 988 for. It's not just if they are in crisis. And so the middle image that you see up there is an example of one of the window clings that we have been giving out to these businesses, and they can put them on bathroom mirrors, on windows on their doors, mirrors on a bar, things like that. It's been really interesting. I did outreach to about 14 locations last week, and about half of the folks that I spoke to there had some personal experience with suicide that they were willing to share with me, and also about mental health in general. And still the majority of people do not know what 988 is or what service it provides. So this is really about getting the information out there. We're really excited to continue to see how this progresses. Oregon Health Authority is assisting us with tracking how many people scan the QR code that are on the clings. And as of Monday, we just started putting these out there last week. As of Monday, there have already been 25 scans. So less than a week, and we've already reached 25 people, which is really great. So again, we're just really trying to emphasize how accessible and available 988 as a mental health support is. And you can see there, that was our most recent coalition meeting where we were handing out materials for folks to be able to take out and go have these, do this outreach with our businesses locally. We also just wanted to share some general resources, the 988 Lifeline, as mentioned, and our Behavioral Health Crisis Center here in Marion County. Both are 24/7, 365 resources that are available. The Oregon Youth Line is a youth-specific mental health resource that is very, very accessible and actually staffed by young adults. So it's a kind of a peer-to-peer service. One that might be supportive for those that are working in our farm work or agricultural spaces is the AgriStress helpline. This is very specific to those that are working in those spaces and provides very specific support to them. And then the Veterans Crisis Line as well. You can also visit the Mid-Valley Suicide Prevention website for more resources. We put information about our different campaigns that we're doing, and we also put information about local events that are happening that are related to mental health. And that's all we have for you this morning. So thank you for your time, and thank you for your ongoing support of our mental health initiatives. We appreciate your guidance with those and your support. So.
Thank you.
Laura, can you guys make sure that the clean, which doesn't need to be a clean, can just be like a table resting advertisement on all the reception stations for the county?
Yeah, we can absolutely do that.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
There's many in this building, and we see public a lot.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, I mean, like every single one of them should have a little stand. If you need help facilitating that, let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for all your work. Appreciate it. Okay, Commissioner Bethel, do you want to make a motion?
Sure, if you want to give me back one of those proclamations.
I will give you back
Thank you.
one of the proclamations.
Thank you. All right, I move to approve a proclamation designating the month of May 2026 as Mental Health Awareness Month in Marion County.
I second the motion. We have a motion, a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion passes.
All right, before the Board of Commissioners for Marion County, Oregon, in the matter of proclaiming the month of May 2026 as Mental Health Awareness Month in Marion County, a proclamation. This matter came before the Marion County Board of Commissioners at its regularly scheduled public meeting on May 6, 2026. Whereas mental health is essential to Marion County residents' overall health and well-being, and whereas individuals experiencing mental health concerns need an understanding, empathetic, and encouraging place of belonging as they seek support. And whereas shame, stigma, and lack of access to treatment actively work against the wellness of individuals and may prevent them from seeking help. And
Whereas early intervention during a mental health crisis is essential, and individuals experiencing a mental health crisis should feel empowered to seek timely and appropriate support. And whereas prevention, education, and awareness decrease stigma, promote a culture of compassion and understanding, and reduce the adverse personal and community impacts of mental health challenges. And whereas Marion County Health and Human Services believes that a strong, connected community is vital to Marion County families, schools, businesses, and communities, and is committed to providing services and supports to advance the mental health of everyone. Now, therefore, it is hereby proclaimed that the month of May 2026 is Mental Health Awareness Month in Marion County, dated in Salem, Oregon, this 6th day of May 2026. All right. It's not. You read it right.
Okay.
But that is, yeah.
We'll get it redone. But there's just a misspelling. I did say it right. I was like, I don't know what this word is.
You did great. You were right. It was on.
Well, I'm too tired.
Oh, you're gonna hold it.
Hi, how are you? Sit in the middle. Okay.
Thank you.
You guys ready? We look here. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Guys want Okay, she's gonna get corrected with new signatures. That really actually hurt my brain.
You did great.
Thanks, and also.
Okay, we're moving right along.
You didn't write it?
And we're going to consider approval of a proclamation designated week of May 6th through 12th, 2026 as Nurses Week in Marion County. Hey, Carol.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Go ahead. Yeah, kick us off.
Good morning. For the record, Carol Hurd with Marion County Health and Human Services. I am here today seeking approval of a joint proclamation between the Marion County Health and Human Services Department, the Marion County Juvenile Department, and the Marion County Sheriff's Office, recognizing May 6th through 12th, 2026 as Nurses Week in Marion County. This annual recognition gives us the opportunity to express our gratitude for the extraordinary contributions of nurses right here in our own community. Nurses Week was first celebrated in 1954, marking the 100th anniversary of Florence Nightingale's mission to Crimea. In 1982, the American Nurses Association designated May 6th as a National Day of Recognition for Nurses. And in 1993, the American Nurses Association officially designated a week each year to honor the tireless work of nurses, beginning May 6th, Nurses Day, and concluding May 12th, the birthday of Florence Nightingale. Why the focus on Florence Nightingale? Florence Nightingale, who is often considered the founder of modern nursing, transformed patient care during the Crimean War in Eastern Europe in the mid-1850s. While leading a team of nurses to care for wounded soldiers, she discovered unsanitary conditions, limited medical supplies, and high death rates. Recognizing that poor hygiene and inadequate nutrition were issues contributing to the high death rates, she introduced basic but effective changes, including regular hand washing, improved food preparation, and consistent patient care practices. These simple changes resulted in decreased mortality rates in a very short period. Nurses Week allows us to pause and recognize the unwavering dedication of nurses and express gratitude for their compassion, resilience, and daily contributions. Today, there are over 5 million registered nurses working across the United States, serving in hospitals, clinics, schools, long-term care, public health, and behavioral health programs, corrections facilities, as well as other community settings. And they also play a critical role in addressing health disparities and evolving healthcare systems. While this proclamation honors all nurses, we wanted to take a moment to specifically highlight the nurses serving in multiple departments within Marion County. Nurses who work tirelessly within our Sheriff's Office, our Juvenile Department, and our Health and Human Services Department. These dedicated professionals work across a variety of programs and services, bringing compassionate care and clinical expertise to some of the most vulnerable populations in our county. Today, we are fortunate enough to be joined Today we are fortunate enough to be joined by a few of these exceptional nurses who will share a brief overview of the services they provide. Please join me in welcoming from the Sheriff's Office, Corey Brodus, from the Juvenile Department, Lana Harrington, from Health and Human Services in our adult behavioral health programs, including addiction services, Mary Corser, and in public health, Emily Hellman. They are each going to provide a very brief overview of the work that they do each day, because they do provide, while somewhat similar services, it is quite varied throughout the county. So,
And just tell us who you are, because she ran through your names really quickly, and the public might want to know as you go into your introduction.
so how about we start with Lana, go with Heath.
Oh, she's like, what? Nope. Good for you. I firmly support advocating for yourself, and she said no. As long as the green light's on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hello? Okay.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Lana Harrington, and I am a registered nurse, and I work at the Juvenile Detention Facility. I also work with the GAP program and with the alternative programs, which is the Work Community Service Program. And that is a horrible picture, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm not at all self-conscious. So a few things that I do over in my daily duties is we do health assessments on the new admits that come in. We make sure that they are safe to stay in detention and address any medical needs they might have when they first come in. We manage their medications. We're a little bit different from some other places because a lot of places have their own pharmacy where the parents bring in the medications to detention and to the GAP program. So we have to coordinate storing those, and we pass the meds, and then we coordinate the refills with the parents. So that's a little bit different than some other places. Respond to medical emergencies throughout the three entities. Administer first aid, as you might imagine, sick call, manage chronic conditions such as diabetes, doing daily multiple insulin injections daily, and then provide training to staff. So previously, before I worked for Juvenile, I worked for the health department in the early childhood nursing department, and I just have to say I never thought I'd be a correctional nurse, but I got to put a plug out for correctional nurses because it is really it's really rewarding, and it has opened my eyes to a lot of things, and it's been really great. But it can be challenging, but it's also a great place to work. So we are hiring if anybody knows anybody that would like a job. So I have to put that plug in there because it's not something I would have never thought I would work in corrections. If you asked me 10 years ago, like when I first started my career 25 years ago, if you wanted to ever work in corrections, I'd be like, no. But circumstances happened where that's where I ended up, and I'm grateful that it's been a good experience. So thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners, and thank you for the opportunity to speak today. My name is Heath Barker, and I serve as the Registered Nurse Program Manager at our clinic here in Salem. I appreciate the opportunity to speak during Nurses Week as we recognize the critical role nurses play in supporting some of the most vulnerable members of our community. At our clinic, we provide comprehensive, compassionate care to individuals living with mental illness. Our services go beyond basic treatment. We offer medication management, health monitoring, crisis response, and care coordination that bridges gaps between physical health, behavioral health, and community resources. We work closely with community partners, including adult foster homes, to ensure continuity of care and strong support systems for our clients. The collaboration helps reduce hospitalizations, improve stability, and strengthens outcomes across our community. Our nurses are often the first to recognize changes in clients' condition. They build trust, provide education, and advocate for each individual's dignity and well-being. Every day, they meet people where they are and support them to the best of their ability. During Nurses Week, I ask you to recognize not only the profession, but also the impact of investing in these services. The work we do changes lives, strengthens families, and supports healthier, more resilient Marion County. Thank you for your time.
Good. How long have you been working for Marion County?
I've been a registered nurse for 25 years.
Okay.
I actually have worked most of my career in Southern California.
Okay.
Obviously, I have an accent. I was born overseas
Okay.
in the UK. I moved to the US in 1993,
Okay.
and I moved up to Salem, Oregon in September 2024.
Okay. So you're pro Florence Nightingale.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
I haven't met them yet. We had a Florence Nightingale conversation a couple meetings ago. So there was a question about her impact in the world. So.
Yeah.
Mostly there was a question about who she was. I'm not a nurse. It's not something that I was taught in public school, and I thought we needed to emphasize it if we were going to emphasize her. And you did a great job, Carol. Now I know who she is, and I know why she matters.
Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so my name is Emily. I am a public health nurse with Marion County Health and Human Services in our new building, our new location on State Street. It's fantastic. Our clients love it. I've been with the county. I swapped from inpatient to clinic nursing. Didn't ever think this was something on my radar, but I was able to make a swap in my career, and here I am, and I love it. Our client population at the clinic includes TB treatment management, STI treatment management, and immunization services for our community. And while those look like very different programs, all of our clients come to our clinic with a level of health illiteracy, with a little of vulnerability, building trust in our community to be able to take care of these clients with compassion, and confidentiality is very important. So we make sure we do that with our clients. And it's not just nurses. I cannot do my job without my office staff, without the front desk staff, without our public health workers. Their work in TB case management is invaluable. As good as nursing staff as we are, without our public health workers, we could not do our job. If you ever have a free day and you want to go around and do some contact tracing in our TB cases, jump along. You're going to go to home encampments and chase down people and find them, because every TB client that we find, every new TB case that we complete their treatment is a reduction in future transmission. So the work we do, it's hard, it's challenging, it's gritty sometimes out in the field, but it's effective. And our job in TB case management, for example, is to make sure that we give independent care to, our clients wherever they are, and sometimes they're in very messy situations and messy places, but we need them to complete their treatment. We need them to take their meds. So anything that we can do to build that trust and to build that rapport with our clients, so that they finish and complete treatment, so they don't spread TB in our population. It's rewarding work. I love the clinic. I love my staff, and I see myself doing this for the next 15 years. So
Awesome.
It's great.
I love visiting your office.
That's fun.
I like seeing all the young families in there. I have gotten multiple birth certificates from the Health and Human Services
Yep,
office.
yep.
And I'm happy to see I'm not the only one. So I like how big the space is, and
Yes.
open and airy, and you kind of see the families running around.
It's very welcoming, and we do that on purpose, because a lot of our clients have communication barriers, language barriers, health literacy barriers. And we try to address that and make them comfortable, and they keep coming back. So,
You do a good job of it.
thank you.
Who's next?
Good morning.
You can move that over to you. It's on.
It's on?
Yep.
Okay. My name is Mary Corser, and I'm a nurse at Addiction Treatment Services. I work in our medication-assisted treatment program, which provides methadone and buprenorphine for people experiencing opiate use disorder. Our nursing team is responsible for assessing clients during the intake process, administering and dispensing medication, providing education and case management services as needed, distributing Narcan, and providing Narcan training to both our clients and community members as well as our staff to reduce overdose fatalities, and collaborating with our treatment team to support clients in their recovery and sobriety in whatever way is needed. And I also did not think that this is where I would be, but it has been a very fulfilling career, and I plan on staying as well.
How long have you been with Marion County?
11 years.
Nice. Thanks for doing the work you do.
Hi.
Hi.
My name's Corey Broaddus, and I am a nurse at the jail. I've been there for almost 4 years now. I actually did plan on doing this when I got out of nursing school.
All right.
It's the only place I applied. So kind of what we do is people come in, and I'm one of, I think, 9 nurses that treat anyone that comes into the facility. We do acute care, from wound care to withdrawal protocols. We do chronic care where we've got Parkinson's, we have people with hypertension problems, diabetes, kind of a little bit of everything. We also do emergency care if needed, kind of the pre-first responders. And I love my team. I love working there. The clientele is a great place to work. You see a little bit of everything. There's never a dull day, and I get a lot of interaction with the community in that sense. It's a very rewarding job, and I plan to be there for quite some time.
How did you know about the Marion County Jail? Did you grow up here?
I did. I grew up here, and I have a family member that also was a sergeant.
Okay.
So I'm very familiar with the environment.
Yeah, that's great. I always say we're very proud of our jail. Whenever we go, you kind of watch TV and it's like, this is such a horrible place if you go to jail. And you go to our jail and you're like, oh, there's really good people who work here. They're keeping people safe.
Spoken like a guy that can walk out the front door. It is a very...
You don't think there's good people who work there?
Yes, I think the people are amazing across the board. And we were just there yesterday and easily walked in and easily walked out.
I did walk out, and I was happy to walk out. And we have very good people who work there.
Oh, I love it. I actually think more people should go on tours of the jail.
I agree.
I do. When I went on a tour in 2020, when I was campaigning the first time, I had a great experience. In fact, yesterday I was talking to some of the folks about it. Most people, I think the fear that's around institutions is real because a lot of people don't experience it as a large population, and that's important. But I also think for the people that know that they're interacting with it in some case, going on a tour of it creates peace. And when we talk about mental health, knowing the systems you're navigating, whether it's juvenile, and you're a great recruiter for it, and I would encourage any nurse that wants to serve youth to go on a tour of juvenile so they can see what it is, because I think you probably didn't expect this because you didn't know what to expect. Right. And it's scary. And it is concerning, obviously, when you go into an incarcerational setting and you cannot leave, but it is a healthy space with really, really good people, and our institution settings are very clean, they're very bright, they're very available with the staff, and I think the tone really is actually set by healthcare workers. No offense to the commander in the back of the room, you do a great job. But the health team is the one who, you're navigating the hardest challenges in those spaces. And if you all don't show up with the right attitude, I think it can set the whole space in the wrong direction. So thanks for what you do and loving it. It's hard work.
Definitely. And I was happy to walk out.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for a motion?
Are you all done?
I believe so.
Okay. All right. Where's my agenda? All right. I move to approve a proclamation designating the week of May 6th through the 12th, 2026 as Nurses Week in Marion County.
I second the motion. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes.
All right, before the Board of Commissioners for Marion County, Oregon, in the matter of proclaiming the week of May 6th through the 12th, 2026 as Nurses Week in Marion County, a proclamation. This matter came before the Marion County Board of Commissioners at its regularly scheduled public meeting on Wednesday, May 6th, 2026, to proclaim May 6th through the 12th as Nurses Week in Marion County. Whereas National Nurses Week was first observed in 1954, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Florence Nightingale's mission to Crimea, although Nurses Week was not officially proclaimed until 1974. And whereas in 1993, the American Nurses Association permanently designated National Nurses Week to recognize the historical and ongoing contributions of nurses. The week is celebrated annually from May 6th, National Nurses Day, through May 12th, International Nurses Day, and the birthday of Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing. And
whereas nurses serve in a wide range of settings, including hospitals, clinics, schools, long-term care facilities, public health and behavioral health programs, correctional institutions, and community-based services. And their expertise, dedication, and resilience are essential to delivering care, strengthening healthcare systems, and improving the health and well-being of our communities. And whereas this proclamation honors all nurses, we also recognize the nurses serving across multiple Marion County departments. Professionals who work tirelessly and play an essential role in supporting the Sheriff's Office, the Juvenile Department, and Health and Human Services Department. And whereas for the above reasons, we invite the citizens of Marion County to join us in celebrating May 6th through 12th, 2026 as Nurses Week in Marion County, a time to recognize and honor the compassion, dedication, and tireless efforts of nurses who care for our community every day. Under the theme, The Power of Nurses, we encourage everyone to celebrate the meaningful impact nurses have on our health and well-being, taking this opportunity to show our appreciation for all that they do. Now, therefore, it is hereby proclaimed the week of May 6th through 12th, 2026 as Nurses Week in Marion County, dated at Salem, Oregon, the 6th day of May, 2026. And I better sign this, huh? Okay, here we go.
don't go on the end. It just has to be in the middle.
You get the end.
I get the end.
You get one. You get one. Everyone gets it.
All right, we're gonna have to scoot in. So pretend you like each other and turn it like this. Okay, good job.
You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Good.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. So I say that I'm biased towards nurses, and I am.
I know, I
And
thought you'd bring it up.
My mom and my wife being a nurse, I have a gripe, which is,
Oh.
like, you're never sick enough for a nurse, because they always have seen people that are sicker than you. So when I was growing up, I never got school off. Like, I'd always be like, Mom, I'm sick, I can't go to school. She's like, you're fine, take an aspirin. So,
I mean,
that's my one gripe.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut as a wife. Just carry on with this board meeting.
Okay, here we go. What's next? The Sheriff's Office. We're going to consider approval of a proclamation designating the week of May 3rd through 9th, 2026 as National Corrections Professionals Week in Marion County. Hello, Commander Ramsey.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jacob Ramsey with the Sheriff's Office, and I brought with me
Deputy Chris Symington from the Sheriff's Office at the jail.
So I came here today a little unscripted. Last year when I did this, I prepared everything and I had it all. I think I owe it to our employees to be unscripted and talk about them and come from a place where it's feeling and compassion and empathy towards what they do. I've been in this career a long time, and right now I have the honor of being the jail commander for the Marion County Jail. And what our staff do on a daily basis, it's really hard to describe. It's very hard to put into perspective what our deputies go through on a daily basis. Some days are amazing and some days are not. And the courage and the professionalism and the compassion that they show on a daily basis is truly a testament to what they do. And to do this for a long, extended period of time, it's amazing to see the work that they do. And often it goes unnoticed. inside the walls of our secure perimeter. The public does not have a lot of access to it, and it can be a very thankless profession at times. And I really, well, Chris didn't really have an option to come today. I wish, I kind of told him at the last minute, but Chris is definitely one of the deputies that we have that I wanted to bring him here because I wanted him to see the appreciation that the commissioners in the community truly have for what he and his peers do
Just saw her
every
yesterday.
day.
Oh.
Yeah, so anyways, I can't thank them enough.
Okay, there's a story behind that picture.
Oh, yeah?
There's always stories.
Yeah, a lot of stories. So I just want to thank them for what they do. It's a pleasure to work with the deputies every day. And yeah, so for this week, to show our appreciation, one of our deputies who actually has a culinary degree, he was trained to be a chef before he came to be a corrections officer. He has prepared brisket and pulled pork. And then our contracted kitchen vendor has provided a bunch of food, which thank you both for coming yesterday to enjoy that. It's the least that we can do to show our appreciation to our staff.
Yeah. I know you're here, probably begrudgingly, but the microphone's all yours.
I don't have anything to say. I just appreciate you guys showing up and yeah, just enjoy working in the sheriff's office. So.
Why'd you choose corrections?
I didn't.
Okay,
I kind of fell
there's a theme
into
today.
it.
So why did you fall into it? Did somebody point you?
Yeah, I went to school for power lines and just randomly fell into this, but I've been here for almost 19 years now and enjoy every minute, and yeah.
That's awesome.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, another 10 to go at least.
There's
You have a clock on your phone?
No, not
Just
yet.
kidding.
It surprises me how many stories are like that. There's not a lot of people that really choose corrections. I wanted to be a fish and game warden with the state police when I got out of the military.
I can see that.
And it just kind of fell into my lap. I was at church and somebody that worked at the sheriff's office said, "Have you ever thought about working in a jail?" And 28 years later, here I am.
Here you are. Yeah, it can, I mean, if it makes you feel better, I never planned on being a commissioner. I know I had to like file to run at some point, so there was some intent that I had to show. But if you were to ask me, even in college, if this is what I was going to do, I'd have laughed at you. It's funny how kind of God has a plan for you sometimes, and you can kind of be on your own adventure, which is pretty fun if you can have that perspective of it.
Yeah.
I so admire the folks who work at the sheriff's office. The longer I'm in this job, the more I realize how few people do so much to keep our community safe. I think that's the thing that I'm just thinking about today, and how important each person in our jail is. Because we've had situations, I know you've experienced this, where we've been short a couple of positions, and how hard that is on the rest of the team trying to run the jail. When we've been short positions on the road, how hard that is on the rest of the team trying to respond to those calls. And it's just a privilege to serve with you guys. Every year, I always think it's so silly and ridiculous that I get to eat the food that we give to you. Like we have Appreciation Day for our jail deputies, and then I come and eat the food. I always kind of laugh at myself, like, you didn't do the job. You weren't the one that was, taking care of the community for the last 365 days. Why do you get the brisket? But anyway, thanks for letting me come, and thank you for what you do. It really means a lot to this community, and I hope more people do take a tour of the jail, and more people do get to meet the folks who work there, because it really is a special group of people.
Are you guys going to do the open house thing?
I don't think there's anything planned at the moment, but we're always open to doing that. It's been pretty rewarding. We had one last year, and we actually got a couple people that applied and were interested in it. Those can be difficult to do an open house.
Sure.
The tours is what becomes the difficulty. But
Yeah.
Last year we had in the lobby of the visiting area, we had some deputies out there talking to folks that wanted to stop by. So
There's just, we can talk about this after, but, the last one we did was the year we appointed you, Sheriff Hunter. And my observation of that parking lot was a recruitment of the community into a space where I guarantee you a lot of those individuals were navigating family members that come in and out of those buildings. As a kid that grew up in that space, and now being a commissioner, having access, kind of as we joked before, to those spaces very differently than the public, and I recognize the privilege that that affords me. It also affords me a lens into how we can be better in representation and showcasing and ease to reduce some of the mental strategy and challenge that we have in this community. While we cannot take youth into the jail or the juvenile center, we can take them into the circuit court, that's the annex, and we can take them into the front where visitor center is, and we can introduce them into the doorway to come here to participate if your family is here, because family is really important to reentry and stabilization and health of our community. But the relationship that I think that we used to really promote between law enforcement all across all areas in our community, I think is a bit lost. COVID, I know, had a major impact. I believe politics had a major impact. And I know that this community, because I grew up here, as a majority doesn't agree with kind of that narrative and noise. And it's our responsibility to figure out how to continue to bridge that gap. I think there's an opportunity to do kind of a more of an open house style of like, what does the county serve between juvenile and health, all of Carol's teams, all of Phil's teams, all of your teams in one space to say, hey, we're here to help you and to be a part of the community with you. And it might just be a project that I figure out how to design myself and then impose on you, because I don't need you all to do any more work. But I do think, as I've been in this chair now for almost 6 years, I can see and hear what people, the opportunities that they don't have access to, because we get caught up doing the good work every day. And then, but what's our best recruitment tool? The presence. You know, what's the best retention tool? The feelings and the investment. And I think that we can do more. And I know that you're here to hear us say to you, thank you. And I'm sorry that we don't come and see you more often. No offense. Like, I like coming to the jail a few times a year, but I don't want to regularly be there. The food was amazing yesterday. But we are very grateful. And we do talk about the jail. Like, every time you guys get some kind of a audit, and then we're nationally recognized, or, you know, we're 4 jails in the country that are referred to by a particular outfit that says this is the jail, this jail is what you should replicate across the country. That's because of you. That's nothing to do with us. We just want to make sure that you're happy in the space that you're serving. So thanks for what you do.
Thank you.
The sheriff.
He couldn't help himself. I heard him say, I'm coming up to talk now.
For the record,
Yeah.
I'm the Marion County Sheriff. You're right. So I told the commander, I was like, no, I want you just to go up there. I want you to go have this conversation. It's actually a comment in the middle of this that brought me up here, and it's actually Commissioner Willis's comment. I really want to dissect this. I'm not a career politician. This is not what I wanted to do with my life comment, but I think that's a different day. Not quite the conversation today. Commissioner Bethel, I'm getting text messages, so the open house is in the planning stages for later this year. And I did get another message that they would welcome the additional planning if you want to help with said planning of open house.
I'm there.
No, as I sit back here, and it's not just doing the corrections piece, but it's also listening to Corey and talking about the nurses and really hitting on something that has been talked about. But this is a difficult job. This is just not an easy job. And for the most part, entertainingly enough, this is not a job that most people look at in the beginning of their lives and say, hey, you know what, this is what I'm going to go do. I went to college because I was going to go follow my family and get into the medical profession and go to medical school. And it took me one ride in a police car, and I decided, you know what, this is what I want to do. And never, when I was riding in that police car, did I ever aspire or think that I would be the sheriff. of this agency at the time. And so it really gets back to that part of this ends up being a calling for a lot of people. And it's whether it's a conversation with someone that's in the profession, whether it's a family member, whether you just talk to someone in the community and you learned about this profession, you were essentially called to it. And many of us started in other places or we did other things, and then we were called to work at Marion County, and that's what we want to be here. We want to be the family here. But we want to recognize how difficult this job is on a daily basis, how much the world has changed. And so we can continue, and the commissioners do a fantastic job of trying to give us those resources and those things that we need to be successful. But it takes the people. It takes the people wanting to be a team. Nobody comes to do this job in the morning because you look out and say, this is the job that I want to do. You come here because of the team that you get to work with. The relationships that you build with your peers is what brings you to work every day. And I think this is a special environment. So yes, I want to sit in the back, and at the same time, no, I want to come up here and I want to gloat. I want to gloat about how good our personnel is, the job that they have done, working under staffing issues, other restraints. I know we don't like to say it, but the number of folks in our jail that have significant medical needs, and what this team does on a daily basis, most people don't see. They may see something which is a 15-second news clip, but that's not what we do. That's not what we do every day. This is a 24-hour, 365-day-a-year business. Holidays, it doesn't matter. There's somebody on the floor taking care of those folks. And Chris, I mean, it's to Deputy Simon, it is those folks that do this. And they show up, and they don't just show up, they take pride in what they do. They take pride in that facility. They take pride in the message that is essentially the perception that is going out into the community, that we want to have a safe place. We understand that those that are in the jail are mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters. They're part of a family. And if they are entrusted to our custody, we are going to do the best job that we can to take care of those folks. And it's not me and it's not the commander, not to take anything away from what Jacob does every day, but it is in fact the line personnel. It is in fact the nurses. It is those folks that show up, put their boots on, and do this every day. And so this is really important that we take this time to recognize this, because this can be a thankless job. But that thank you, and the two of you showing up yesterday to come to lunch, that thank you is really important, and it goes a long way just to recognize the work they're doing. I was not going to say anything. I'll stop now, but I appreciate the chance to be able to recognize both the nurses and the deputies and everybody that works in that corrections field and what they do.
Yeah. To your team planning the open house, get a save the date out. And then the details can come later. I think it's super important, and you guys do such a good job. Yeah.
I think the service is important too, you know, and that experience of being responsible for the safety of your community, for a little piece. We each have a little piece of our community that we can choose to be responsible for or not. And I think when you get to work with other people, you meet other people who take responsibility for their little piece of our community and really take that job seriously. I want to work with those people. That's who I want to be associated with. That's who I want to spend time with. I find that to be very invigorating, you know, to be a part of a team, to care about this community, to be there for our neighbors and friends. I think that's work that I think you can be really passionate about. And so I love meeting folks who are passionate about that work. I love meeting people who have been doing that work for 19 years, you know. I think, Chris, you have knowledge and understanding of this community that not a lot of people have, and that's really valuable to us. And so thank you. Thank you for your colleagues who work in our jail. Thank you, Commander Ramsey. Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you for your work. I know most of the time I'm just calling you and complaining, so this is a good opportunity to get to say thank you as well. So, okay.
All right.
Commissioner Bethel.
I move to approve a proclamation designating the week of May 3rd through 9th, 2026 as National Corrections Professionals Week in Marion County.
I'll second the motion. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes.
Before the Board of Commissioners for Marion County, Oregon, in the matter of proclaiming May 3rd through 9th, 2026 as National Corrections Professional Week in Marion County, a proclamation. This matter came before the Marion County Board of Commissioners at its regularly scheduled public meeting on Wednesday, May 6th, 2026, to proclaim the week of May 3rd through the 9th as National Corrections Professionals Week. Whereas the deputies and staff at the Institutions Division of the Marion County Sheriff's Office play an essential role in safeguarding the rights of the citizens and residents of Marion County. And
whereas it's important that all citizens and residents understand the duties, responsibilities, hazards, and dedication of the corrections professionals. And whereas all members of the Institutions Division of the Marion County Sheriff's Office unceasingly provide a vital public service and maintain the highest standards of correctional operations. Now, therefore, the Marion County Board of Commissioners, in gratitude for the dedicated public service and professionalism of these individuals, do hereby proclaim the week of May 3rd through 9th, 2026 as National Corrections Professionals Week in Marion County, dated at Salem, Oregon, the 6th day of May, 2026.
nice.
All right.
Should have brought a stark contrast to you. I met yesterday. She's a little firecracker. Sheriff Hunter, you can join us.
Okay, everyone ready? Look right here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Thanks.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
All right, good job. Yeah.
It's nice to see you.
Yeah, you do. We'll see what we can do. All right, we're going to move right on to our consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda. Under Business Services, approve amendment number 5 to the lease agreement with Pioneer Trust Bank, N.A. trustee for the Salem Foundation, to add $30,784.76 for a new agreement total of $1,030,290.90 to extend the lease for office space at 3867 Wolverine Northeast Building F in Salem, Oregon through October 31st, 2026. And approve amendment number 5 to the lease agreement with Pioneer Trust Bank, N.A. trustee for the Salem Foundation, to add $39,149.92 for a new agreement total of $1,320,582.27 to extend the lease for office space at 3876 Beverly Avenue Northeast Building G in Salem, Oregon through October 31st, 2026. And approve amendment number 5 to the lease agreement with Pioneer Trust Bank, N.A. trustee for the Salem Foundation, to add $33,555.36 for a new agreement total of $879,823.84 to extend the lease for office space at 3878 Beverly Avenue Northeast Building H in Salem, Oregon through October 31st, 2026. Under Community and Economic Development, approve the Economic, Tourism, Marketing, and Destination Development Services grant agreement with Travel Salem to provide lottery funds in the not-to-exceed amount of $150,000 to support tourism marketing in Marion County retroactive to July 1, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. And under Health and Human Services, approve amendment number 1 to the intergovernmental agreement with Marion County Sheriff's Office to add $200,000 for a new agreement total of $541,124 and extend the term date to June 30th, 2027. For one parole and probation deputy to oversee the community restoration monitoring of individuals who are unable to aid and assist in their own defense. Under Human Resources, approve the recommendation to update the classification and uphold the pay grade for the following class codes: 159 Shelter Manager, 163 Communication Coordinator, 165 Community Development Block Grant and Home Program Manager, 314 Engineering Division Manager, 346 Environmental Services Operations Supervisor, 354 Environmental Services Division Manager, 375 Building and Planning Division Manager, 398 Wastewater Operator 1, 399 Wastewater Operator 2, 402 Medium Equipment Operator, 412 Road Operations Supervisor, 422 Public Works Operations Division Manager, 446 Ferry Operator Relief, 447 Ferry Operator, 475 Facilities Analyst, 665, Administration Division Manager, and update the classification and adjust the pay grade upward for class code 042, Elections Clerk, 043, Elections Technician, 048, Deputy County Clerk 2, 139, Enforcement Intern, 174, Lieutenant, 268, Division Commander, 269, Division Commander Institutions, 401, Maintenance Worker, 404, Heavy Equipment Operator, 414, Crew Leader, 507, Epidemiologist, and 508, Epidemiologist Senior. Under Juvenile Department, approve the purchase order with the Oregon Department of Human Services in the amount of $2 million to prepay the Oregon Health Authority the required, wait, is that 200,000? No, 2 million. The required local match over a 3-year period for behavioral rehabilitation services reimbursements for eligible youth in the Guaranteed Assistance Program retroactive to April 22nd, 2026 through April 30th, 2029. Legal counsel approve the ratification of board orders 26-058, 26-059, and 26-060 pertaining to Marion County Health and Human Services and signed at a public meeting held on April 29th, 2026. Under Public Works, approve an order for amendments to the Marion County Parks fee schedule. Under the Sheriff's Office, approve the purchase order with Greystone Tactical in the amount of $135,000 to replace expired body armor and also equip new sworn personnel through May 1st, 2027. And finally, under the Tax Office, approve an order for a property tax refund for Big Sky Golf LLC tax account 527681 in the amount of $47,933.27.
I'll second the motion. We have a motion and a second, and Commissioner Cameron owes you a favor. Any further
And
discussion?
also, we have a lot going on around here. Well done, team.
Anything else?
Nope.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Okay, is Austin here? No? Oh, you were hiding.
Hiding in the corner.
We're going to consider adoption of an administrative ordinance for comprehensive plan amendment zone change case number 24-007. Bruce Ernst. Good morning.
For the record, Austin Warren, Marion County Planning. As you just stated, we're here to consider adoption of an administrative ordinance granting comprehensive plan amendment and zone change 24-007 for Bruce Ernst. The Marion County Hearings Officer held a duly noticed hearing on the application on February 5th, 2026, and on February 24th, 2026, the Hearings Officer issued a recommendation to approve comprehensive plan amendment / zone change 24-007. The Marion County Board of Commissioners held a duly noticed hearing on the application on March 25th, 2026, and considered all the evidence in the record and approved the request. The ordinance and findings have been prepared, and the notice of adoption was given on April 22nd, 2026. The administrative ordinance is now set for formal adoption. The staff recommended motion is to approve the administrative ordinance. Other motions for consideration are to direct staff to make changes and approve a modified ordinance or to not approve the ordinance. Then I will stand for any questions you have.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, then I'll take a motion. We already heard this at length and beat it like, yeah, beat dead. All right.
All right, I move for the adoption of administrative ordinance for the comprehensive plan amendment zone change, case number 24-007, Bruce Ernst.
I'll second the motion. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, next up, Ryan's coming on down, and we're going to consider approval of the construction contract with North Santiam Paving Company in the amount of $3,685,517.40 to provide services for the asphalt concrete resurfacing of various county roads through September 4th, 2027.
Good morning. For the record, Ryan Feather, Marion County Public Works. And as you said, we're here to talk about our resurfacing contract this year. So you can see on the map, we're resurfacing roadways just east of the city of Salem. Those include Howell Prairie Road, State Street, Deschutes Street Southeast, 93rd Avenue Southeast, Edmondson, and Waldo Hills. So this summer, we plan to resurface approximately 17.1 miles of roadway. We're going to do that just like we do every summer. We're going to do pavement repairs, put new asphalt on the roads, do new striping, centerline delineation, edgeline delineation, any guardrail replacement that's required, shoulder rock, and then all the miscellaneous work that's needed to get these projects done and the roads put back together after we put new asphalt on them. So one unique aspect of this summer's project is we are going to repave State Street all the way to Corden Road. Because of that, in order to not flag the intersection on Corden Road and really impact that traffic, we have instituted a one-way traffic control process on State Street just between Corden Road and 62nd Avenue. So that is going to allow the contractor to only allow eastbound traffic. We will detour westbound traffic for up to 5 days. And that will only be while the contractor's working between 7 and 3. And so they will take that down every night and allow two-way traffic once they're done working each night. We received 6 bids this year, the north being from North Sandium Paving at just under $3.7 million. We will allow them to work, assuming this is approved, as soon as they are able to get mobilized, and they are required to be finished by September of 2026. And with that, do you have any questions?
Any questions? Bethel?
No, where do you guys advertise like the closures or the?
We do a number of different things. We'll put it on Facebook once we have a schedule. We also typically put out what we call PCMS, or portable changeable message signs, at least 2 weeks ahead of time that show this road will be impacted. We also put them on Trip Check. We have somebody who does put it on Trip Check. And I know we do more, but we have people in the office who, I come down here and talk to you, they do all of that for me.
That's great. Okay, yeah, that's all I have for questions.
Fabulous. We've been getting some good prices on our bids this year, haven't we?
We really have.
Good. Taxpayers are getting their money's worth. Okay, well, thank you.
All right.
I'll take a motion.
All right, I move to approve the construction contract with North Sandium Paving Company in the amount of $3,685,517.40 to provide services for the asphalt concrete resurfacing of various county roads through September 4th, 2027.
I'll second the motion. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Bethel has another meeting, so we are adjourned.
Thank you.